One object changes, and suddenly 50 things need to know about it. How do you not make that a nightmare? Imagine a weather station. It reads the temperature every few seconds. A phone app wants every new reading. Simple. Hardcode a call. The station updates. It calls the phone. Done. Now product says, we also need a dashboard that shows the same reading. You open the station, add a field for the dashboard, add another call. Next week, a smart speaker. Same drill. The weather station now knows about 3 unrelated UI classes it shouldn't care about. Every new listener drags you back into the file that's supposed to read temperature. This is the coupling the observer pattern removes. Here's how it works. 2 players. A subject, the source of change. And observers, anyone that wants to react when the subject changes. Notice what the subject holds: state, and a list of observers. The list is empty at first. The subject doesn't know about any observer. Observers introduce themselves. They call attach on the subject. The subject adds them to its list. That is the only wiring between them. The subject's type signature only mentions the abstract observer interface. So any new observer type can plug in, without the subject changing. One file to edit. When you add a listener, the listener's own file. The hard-coded version forced you to edit the station. Here, the station stays put. Now the subject state changes. Temperature moves from 20 to 21. The subject does one thing. It calls its own notify method. Notify walks the observer list. For each observer, it calls update, passing itself as the argument. The subject doesn't loop over 3 specific classes. It loops over an array. The array could hold 1 observer, or 100. The code is identical. That is the decoupling. One call, fan out handled by the list. Each observer's update runs in turn. The phone redraws. The dashboard refreshes. The speaker reads the value aloud. They pull whatever they need from the subject they were handed. None of them know the others exist. None are named inside the subject. The fan out is mechanical. The intelligence lives in each observer. Here's the same diagram, with real names. Weather station is the concrete subject. It holds temperature, and the observer's array. Attach is a single push onto the array. Set temperature mutates, then calls notify. Notify loops, and fires update on each one. Phone apps update renders. Dashboards redraws. Speakers reads aloud. The station's file has 0 mentions of phone app, dashboard, or speaker. Want a new consumer next month? Write a class with update. Call attach. Done. Let's implement observer in typed PHP. 5 steps. Step 1. Define the observer interface. Anything that wants updates implements it. Update takes the subject, so the observer can read what it needs. Step 2. The abstract subject base. Observers is a typed array of observer. Attach appends, notify loops, and calls update on each. Step 3. A concrete subject. Weather station extends the base. The setter mutates temperature, then calls notify. One line for the fan out. Step 4. A concrete observer. Phone app implements observer. Check the subject type, then pull its property and react. Step 5. Wire it up. Create, attach, mutate. Observers run automatically. Adding another needs no edits here. Structure: one interface, one abstract base, concrete classes implementing them. At runtime, main calls set temperature on the station. The subjects notify fires, and every observer's update runs. One variant to know. Notice update receives the subject, not the new value. That's called pull. The observer asks for what it needs. The alternative is push. Notify passes the value directly. Shorter, but couples notify to a payload shape. You've already used observer 1,000 times. DOM add event listener is observer. React re-renders through it. RxJS streams, nodes event emitter, views reactivity. All the same mechanism underneath. Use it when state changes fan out to listeners. You can't name in advance. Avoid it when update order matters, or listeners depend on each other.